What'd you check?
Mic check 1 2.
Or like short?
Welcome to Whiskey Over Underscore TV, getting ready to rock and roll with the Midwest Racing League. Got two co-hosts here tonight, two admins of this league. I got Jesse Hook and Damian. Jesse, how's it going, dude?
I was just hanging out.
Just hanging out, man. First broadcast you've ever done.
Yep.
It'll be a fun one, dude. We'll be doing the play-by-plays. Then we got Damian Michael back here. Usually the gold number 46 machine in these races. Damian, dude. Admin, you're trying to do broadcasting and also do some admin work.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes, but hopefully it goes all right. It should be fine, so have a good time. And
everything should go somewhat smoothly. But getting ready for heat race number 1, Donald Cook, the 402 machine from Ohio. He'll be starting on pole, and Hunter Parson on the outside of him.
looks like row 2 is going to be Jack Weaver on the inside and Corey Austin on the outside.
Starting third row, Brandon Weeks, number 12, with the Mid-South Dirt Slingers. And Cole, 101 from the Midwest. He'll be starting 6th place.
And then looks like we got Jalen Fairchild in 7 and Gunnar Ellison rounding off the first heat.
SRG Sketch Racing Graphics, tonight's sponsor. Much appreciate Sketch Racing Graphics. We're sponsoring this race 2x2. It's somewhat of a small car field here tonight, Damian. Usually we got a lot more guys, but you guys are just now coming off of a bye week.
Yeah, last week we had our bye week, which is halfway through our 10-week season, which we just ran a few fun races and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that because of that we're down a few cars, but coming off a bye week, I'm sure other people will have some other stuff that they're going with, and I'm sure it'll get back better, but we'll see what happens.
Stack them up, pack them up, wheel to wheel. Lap number 1, heat race number 1, dirt track at Charlotte, down into turn 1. Donald Cook down there on the bottom. We had one guy just tap the wall, Jesse, but it looks like Hunter Parson is powering his way on the outside.
Yeah, I was just excited to watch Donald race. He's been doing really good the past couple of weeks.
As
I say that,
as you just completely jinxed him, he's now upside down, flipped right over, back onto his wheels, and Hunter Parson is now going to capture the lead still. But Damon, you guys don't run caution laps here in the heat races.
Nope, we do no cautions in the heat racing. Just figure that way, if something happens, you can call cautions. It gets everything dragging out, and we haven't had many people complain about it. I mean, a lot of leagues do run cautions in heats, but we prefer not to and probably stick that way.
Back in second place is going to be Cole. That 101 machine has that Toyota brand right on top of that wing. Back in third place is Brandon Weeks, and Jalen Fairchild is back there ripping the lip coming off of turn 4. Gunnar Ellison back there in 5th place, number 13 machine. He's digging down there on the bottom, trying to find some grip. But the best lap time of heat race number 1 is going to be a 14.93 with Hunter Parson. And Parson has been on an absolute tear in the Midwest Racing League, Jesse. I think he's won multiple races.
Yeah, he's the guy to beat. He wins almost every class every week. So, and if he doesn't win, he's right there in the top 3.
As you just seen Jalen Fairchild just throw a haymaker of a slide job on Cole. Went all the way to the outside wall and hit the outside wall. But Brandon Weeks sitting there in 3rd place trying to hold off the 4th and 5th place runners of Jalen and Gunnar. And he's going to do it as Hunter Parson is going to capture that checkered flag. Corey Austin back in 6th. Donald Cook got jinxed by Jesse. And smashes the wall. And Jack Weaver back there in 8th place, but getting ready to rock and roll with heat race number 2, heat race number 1 results. Up there on our screen right there. Is there any surprise, Jesse, that Hunter Parson won that thing?
No, not really. He's a good driver. He's a good racer. He races really clean. So
I know he races in the dirt late models as well, man. And he both Hunters, Hunter Parson or Poston back here in 6th place in heat race number 2. I always seem like those guys are always swapping places.
Yeah, the 101 guys, they all race together really frequently, and they race really good together. I mean, they run a lot of other leagues too, and we'll hop on and watch them sometimes. And it's always one of them. It seems like one of them are out front. There's always one right behind them, whether it be Parsons or Hendricks or Poston. I mean, they're always all real competitive wherever they are. And like I said, they run real good together.
Getting ready for heat race number 2. I got the grid up. Matthew Hobbs will be starting on pole, that number 3 machine. Then on the outside of him on the front row is going to be Logan Williams.
Yeah, it looks like we got Alan Duranco in 3rd, and then in 4th we got Boyd there. Can't quite make out the first name.
3rd row, Hunter Poston. Bryson, number 2 from the Midwest, and then Tyler Schaefer. That's Tyler Schaefer, number 15. He's going to be back there in 7th place. Heat race number 2, and that's kind of a weird start. Wasn't very stacked up, packed up, Jesse, but down into turn 1, they're going to shimmy and shine. Matthew Hobbs down on the bottom side, number 7 machine. Logan Williams just tapped the wall.
yeah, I'm not sure what happened on that start there. It looks like Matthew started to go about halfway through the corner and then slowed down coming out of 4.
And then one guy just got completely loose, but we're swapping up front here. We got Hunter Poston back on as he smashes the wall, as he tries to do a slide job. Now he's back into the infield. There's only 3 cars left. That's going to be Allen, Daniel, and Tyler. Top 3, nose to tail going down the backstretch. Everyone else is wrecked. Number 9 machine of Allen up on the high side, and Daniel side by side with him.
Yeah, Poston tends to, I think it was last week too, I don't remember what track it was. Poston tends to like, he likes that wall. He kind of gets it going. He kind of seems like, I don't remember if it was a 360s last week or what, but it was one of them where or 2 weeks ago, where he was having a little issue with the wall then too.
I think it was the 360s.
As another slide job just almost happened. That's Tyler Schaefer. He was sitting there in 3rd, was going to try to capture 2nd, but not quite though. Then you got one guy. He is completely destroyed, has no engine cover, and now he's right into the middle of these top 3 drivers, and you got another car spinning there in the infield. That's going to be the number 96, I believe, or 58. That has no engine cover as a white flag is going to wave for Daniel Boyd. Absolutely crazy. Heat race number 2 that this was, but it looks like Daniel has it all wrapped up. Tyler Schaefer back there in 2nd place, still battling out with Allen. So Jesse, when you run this track here at the dirt track of Charlotte, what's your favorite line? Is it the high side, low line?
No, I'm more of a low line driver. So, and then once the track gets real slick, it's sometimes hard to stay on the bottom, but.
I know the Midwest Racing League, you guys do run open setups. How much testing and tuning do you guys actually do?
Well, this is all of them's fixed setups except the Pro Late models. The Pro Late models are open setup.
Fixed setups. Do you like the fixed setups better than the open?
No, I'd say I like the open setups better.
As warm-up is underway, getting these guys getting back out onto the track, seeing how exactly the track changed. But Damien, the Midwest Racing League, you guys do not change the track at all going into the A main?
We actually do. We reset the track one time through the race. We go from initial practice into the heats. The track will stay where it's at throughout the heats, and then we reset to 20% before either the B main or the A main. You know, like tonight we have no B main, so it'll be a 20% for the A main, and then you know they got 5 minutes to kind of run the track into where they hopefully want it to be. A lot of them want us to keep it and just carry it over, but you know, we've been doing it this way and we like it, so we'll probably stick with it.
You guys got some very good I ratings in this room. A lot of guys way over 3,000 and above. But Jesse Hook, what is your prediction tonight? What's going to be the fast lane, and who's going to capture the checker flag?
I'm gonna say by the end of the race it'll be the top side, and I'm gonna call Parsons. I'm gonna say Parsons is gonna walk away with it.
I believe Parsons should be
Or
starting.
Poston, I mean. Or no, Parsons. Yeah, Parsons.
Yeah, the two hunters back there, but I believe Parson won his heat race, so
Yeah.
he should be sitting quite well. Do you guys invert the field at all?
No, not no more. We did. We were inverting the field, and we were qualifying as well. But we decided just to do away with qualifying as well, and we just do kind of a pill draw start. Everybody does practice. You get a random draw for your spot, and then wherever you finish your heat is where you start the A main.
This is so you guys are just coming off of bye week. You guys run 10 week leagues. Is that correct?
Yep. This I think last season was 10 as well, but yeah. So it's I guess technically it's 11 week series or 11 week season with the off week on week 5, which said we usually just do something fun to kind of get everybody's mind off of the points round, stuff like that. Like I said, this past week we did we did midgets at
figure
Chili
eight.
Bowl. We did a figure 8 with Volkswagen Jetta TDIs. That was a blast. And then we did some Pro 4 trucks, and we decided that next season I think we're actually gonna bring the Pro 4 trucks on as a full-time series.
Jonathan Wiley just commented, said Corey Austin for the win. Jonathan Wiley, a big supporter with the Midwest Racing League. Cool for him to check it in. Matthew Hobbs says bye week was fun, but man, you guys have been into those off-road trucks a lot, the Pro 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Jesse. You can go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, we do run those a lot. Damien or Emil set up a private lobby or a hosted race after a lot of the league races, and a lot of these guys join. And oh no, we just do it for fun.
Yeah, the
So-
one thing about those too is you don't necessarily need 30, 40 vehicles on the track to make it fun. I mean, yeah, the more you get, the more fun it'll be. But it was one night we had hosted one, and by the time it was a little bit later, and a lot of people I left before it was over, and it was just me and Jesse just beating and banging off each other's doors nonstop, and it was just the two of us just having an absolute blast with it. And I think if we can get a solid 10, 12 trucks weekly, I think it'd be a great class.
So you heard it here first on Whiskeyville_TV. Midwest Racing League next season will have the Pro 4 League here. So make sure you guys find them on Facebook, Midwest Racing League. I'm pretty sure that is facts that I just said, right?
That is facts that you just said. It's facts that are still in the works. Like I said, there's 3 committed Pro 4 tracks, I believe, in iRacing right now, but we'll also run some of the rallycross tracks, stuff like that. I think we're gonna throw some of them in the mix, just kind of make like a full field of a full schedule of tracks, and we'll probably, I don't know how many weeks for sure we'll run with that, but we'll probably try to stick with the 10, and we'll see how it goes and stuff like that.
So talking about iRacing, as we see one guy is wall riding around the fence, that right side along the outside wall. Now he flips on over. But talking about iRacing, next season is coming up fairly soon. I think about 3 weeks away, somewhere along those lines. A lot of talk about some big block modifieds coming to iRacing. Jesse, what's your take on the big block?
Oh, that'd be sweet if they add the big block. I feel like we would definitely have to add that class, because I know the UMPs is a big class for us.
Yeah, the UMPs are already hard enough to drive, but man, the big blocks, that'd be crazy. As warm up just got overway, and Parson Ran the quickest lap time there in practice as everyone was trying to get their cars all dialed in, tuned up, ready to rock and roll. Guy that won the heat race and won many of these races, Hunter Parson.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me one bit to see Parsons at the top. You know, like I said, it's great to have fast drivers like that in the league. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of guys in here who probably disagree with having guys fast like that, but you know, it's part of the league racing. You know,
It makes you better when you got to chase the fast guys.
As these guys are already rolling off the grid, and for the A-Main Mac Daddy show is up at the dirt track at Charlotte, 50 lapper. Caution laps do count. So for the grid, for the Midwest Racing League 360 sprints, Hunter Parson, the 000 machine from the Midwest, he'll be starting on pole. Daniel Boyd from the Land Down Under, number 79, will be starting on the outside of him.
we got Cole Hendricks in third. Looks like Tyler Schaefer in fourth.
Third row, gonna be Brennan Weeks, number 12 machine with the Mid-South Dirt Slingers. He'll be starting in fifth. And Alan Doronico, number 9. Alan Doronico, he'll be starting in sixth place.
Seventh will be Jalen Fairchild, the number 19, and then eighth will be Matthew Hobbs, the number 3 machine.
Fifth row, Gunnar Ellison on the inside. Bryson, number 2 with the Midwest. He'll be starting in 10th place.
11th will be Corey Austin, who is one of our past season champions here, and then Hunter Poston on 12th spot.
Donald Cook, 13th. Logan Williams, 14th. Jack Weaver, he'll be rounding out the field. These guys stacked up, packed up. The pace truck is already in. Made that hard left-hand corner, and these guys will be going around dirt track at Charlotte, 50 laps. And we are green, shivving down in the one. Hunter Poston grabs a good start, goes from the bottom back up to the top. They all drag race. We're 3 wide back there into the pack. Top 3, ripping the lip up along the high side. We have contact back there for 5th place. We have a huge pile up, 3, 4, 7 cars in it. And the yellow flag, the first yellow flag of the night is going to wave, and it's going to wave on lap number 3. Coming off a turn 2, man, that thing got tight back there. Pulling up.
Yeah, it looks like we had the 15 and the 12 got into each other there a little bit, and that's one thing with admin, you know, like now you can figure out who's fault it was. That's the fun part of admin.
Pulling up the replay real quick. See exactly where it was. I got Alan Doronico showing red. Not for sure if he wasn't the cause of it, but absolutely nowhere to go. And looks like the 15 machine just kind of started sliding on up. And man, that was a huge crash right there.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Tyler Schaefer just came up into Brennan Weeks and just caused a whole pile up.
So Midwest Racing League, you guys do run quick fast repairs or quick fixes. I think you guys have won a race. Is that correct?
Yes, it's one fast repair per race.
So Jesse, on the start of the race, definitely with a 50 lap A-Main feature, what's your goal for the first 10 laps? Is it just kind of just surviving, kind of stay where you're at, or is it go time?
Yeah, I'd say the first 15 laps. You just want to keep your nose clean and try to stay out of it, you know, any wrecks. And you know, I'd say the first 15 laps or so, the track's tacky, so everybody, you know, once the track slicks up, that's when the real drivers start coming out, and that's.
So we're green flag racing again. Parson grabs a good jump. Cole back there in second place. He's trying to hold back these hungry hounds. And number 79 of Daniel Boyd, he was looking in the middle. Not quite, though. The 92 is getting freight train along the outside. And we got one guy. He hit the gas tank, smashes the outside wall. Does a complete 360 in the second yellow flag of the night. Waved at the dirt track at Charlotte. But Hunter Parson, man, getting some crazy jumps. Single file restarts for the Midwest Racing League here tonight. Damien, he is you're the race controller too.
Yes, sir.
So we can throw a caution with like 2 laps to go.
Not no more. We used to do it where admins would call cautions, but now it's all strictly on iRacing because otherwise you can't satisfy everybody.
A lot of leagues like the iRacing cautions only, because yeah, I mean, it is fair, you know, instead of leaving it up to an admin to call the caution or what's a caution and what's not. So I know a lot of leagues do the iRacing cautions.
Yeah, it just saves a headache. Like I said, the biggest thing is we were having issues where, you know, we throw it for this, but then someone else would get mad because we didn't throw it for this. Well, the way we did it, we wouldn't throw it if it was just one car spinning. And like I said, it got to the point where we just figured we'll let iRacing do everything, because the other thing with admin cautions is that people start wanting their spots back where they were at. And now we also do that. iRacing puts you where iRacing is going to put you, and if you don't like it, then I guess you can email iRacing and take it up with them, and just keeps the headache off of us as the owners and admins.
And here it is. Here's a caution. Number 19 just gets right to the back gas tank, hits the outside wall. And number 9 Machine of Allen had nowhere to go once again. That's his second time into a crash. But back underway we go. Live mode, race mode, lap 10 of 50. We got 40 laps around this joint, and we are 3 wide already down into turn 3 and 4. Coming off afar, but Parsons led every lap of this thing, and Cole is back there in second place. Still Corey Austin back there in third place. Jumping right inside the visor cam of Corey Austin. Fixed setups. He's going to check out the bottom now. A little bit of slipping and sliding. Jesse, how much throttle control is this track?
When the track's tacky, it's not too much. When, you know, it's a pretty big track, so it's pretty much wide open. And these sprints. So once it slicks off a little bit, you might have to let off a little bit, but for the most part, it's wide open.
This track kind of seems a little bumpy. We're riding on board with Corey Austin, looking right out of the gas tank right now. And man, this track definitely looks bumpy, even looking right through his visor. Going down these corners and down these front stretches. Is this a bumpy track?
I feel like these sprints on a lot of the tracks, you feel a lot of the bumps versus like the late models and stuff. I don't know. I guess it's the I don't know a whole lot about the sprints. I know it might just be the shocks or something. I'm not sure.
Top 3 are slowly pulling away. Parson has a very comfortable lead, and here comes Corey Austin with the slide job for second place. A swift swapping. But Cole, he's going to figure out right back around him. He's going to capture second place once again. But Hunter Parson is absolutely loving what he's seeing with these guys battling it out. Fourth place still going to be Bryson back there in that all-yellow machine. And then fifth place rounding out the top 5. It's going to be Daniel Boyd.
Yeah, it's usually like around about this point where, you know, the field gets pretty spread out. There's a lot of, everybody kind of starts running, you know, it's like 1 or 2 different lines, and everybody kind of just follows everybody through it. And, you know, this is usually when a lot of the guys, you know, are kind of hoping on a caution to get them packed back up, to give them another little chance to get a run going and stuff like that. But
we have the track map pulled up on the right side of your screen as the yellow flag's going to wave, and Alan Doronico is getting chased down by the leaders. And I was gonna see if that was gonna be a big factor in this race. Not quite though. Flagman's gonna save Alan Doronico back there in 12th place, and all these guys are gonna slow up all that horsepower. We're gonna restack them, repack them. Third caution of the night. We'll see what brought it out. Looks like yellow flag. Jalen Fairchild is showing red. We'll see if he was the reason why. Back there kind of all by himself in that all-white machine, number 19. 101 Designs on the top wing of that car. Hits the outside wall. Does a complete 720 right into the racing groove. Back to live mode, back to race mode. Race info. Midwest Racing League, dirt track of Charlotte. Track length, 0.39. Temperature is 84 degrees. Have you guys ever been to this track?
I have not.
I have. I don't live I live down in Georgia, so I'm not too far.
Chili Bowl is always my biggest track that I get to go to. But now since I moved down here to San Antonio, Texas, there's not very many dirt tracks around here. There is, but it's kind of a far drive. We got a local track, I-37. They just brought back to live. But here we go, Jesse. You call them. Coming to the green flag. And Parsons going to lead. Cole has some momentum up along the high side. The number 92 of Corey Austin is battling it out. I think that's with Bryson for third place. And the top two, they're going to skip away. Down on the bottom side is 79, Daniel Boyd. He wants in this mix, and we got a car up in the wall. Guys flipping upside down. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, it looked like Bryson threw a slide job on Corey Austin, and they went to cross and kind of came down on each other, and into the wall they went.
Slide job went wrong. How difficult is slide jobs with these 360 sprints?
I'd say the difficult part is stopping it before you hit the wall.
And you really can't see out that right side, can
No,
you?
not really. Not too much.
And there you go. Watching the replay in quarter speed mode, kind of a far out angle. But yeah, carnage all the way around this track, just at the halfway point. 26 out of 50 laps, just shy of 10 minutes. 9 minutes. And we'll go ahead and make it 9:30 into the Mac Daddy Show. Best lap time of the night after 26 laps is Corey Austin, 14.2 of 5.6. Man, back there in, well, he had to go to the pits, but man, he does have the fastest lap time. Hunter Parson led from start to finish so far.
That Cole in second's looking really good. I'd almost be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about people's eye ratings, but man, both these guys' eye ratings are pretty dang close to one of each other. Then you got Daniel Boyd, man. He is slowly making his way up front. He lost 2 spots since the initial green flag, but Logan Williams, the number 7 car, back there in 5th place, he's moved up 9 spots. And I'll try to pull that up on the screen as we're green flag racing. And here we go, Jesse, your prediction. Cole, he's looking to the inside. Shimmy and Shivan down in 3. He's going to slide it right up in front. Top 3, throw a blanket over him. Daniel from the land down under, he's digging on the bottom side. Cole, he's up on the high side with Hunter Parson. He fell back, did not get the best of restarts there.
Since you've said something about these cars bouncing, it's in the middle of the straightaway. They're really hopping, aren't they?
Yeah, man, they absolutely are. I was watching them early on and looking through the visor cam as Hunter Parson almost just tapped the wall there. But yeah, man, these cars are really bouncing at the dirt track at Charlotte as the caution's going to wave. And man, this track is getting beat up. Another caution is going to wave. I don't know exactly what happened to Hunter Parson there, but I know he likes to go to the bottom and slide that sucker all the way to the outside. Jesse, did he hit the wall there?
Let me go back and look.
Caution's going to wave, man, but man, the top 3, they're putting on a show for us here tonight. And Tyler Schaefer and Donald Cook, the Donald, is showing red up on the program. We'll see what happened. And you have one guy, he was trying to diamond cut the corner or something, and mayhem broke loose. Whipped that sucker right around and back onto the track.
Yeah, it looked like on that one, Donald Cook just kind of came down a little bit, I think, further than he thought he was going to. I think he thought he had more room than he didn't. Look like he just kind of got into Bryson there a little bit. And, it's part of racing. It happens that, you don't always see everything. And, it's one of those things where, he knew it was him. He took the EOL and go back green.
Cole's our new leader, moved up 2 spots. Daniel Boyd, he is right there where he started this race. And Hunter Parson has fell back 2 spots, led about 30-some laps of this race. Alan Doronico looking strong back there in 4th after some early issues. Logan Williams moved up 9. Jack Weaver 9 spots. But Jesse Hook, your prediction is still going to be Parson.
Ooh, I don't know. Them top 3 guys are going to be extremely close, I feel like.
All have their last lap times pulled up. Green flag is out. Lap 34 of 50. Back under green, we're Shimmy and Shivan. Guy on the high side, that's going to be Cole. Bottom side is going to be Hunter. Daniel Boyd is still trying to figure out exactly where he wants to be. And we have Chaos back there on 4th on back. Logan Williams trying to hold everyone back there. don't know if he'll be able to. We may be making it 3 wide down in turn 2. Yes, we are, and we have chaos. And
Yeah, we got a lot of 3 wide going on right now. I mean, it looks like we're at 4 wide, 5 wide maybe. Now we got a car upside down coming out of the corner.
We was 4 wide at one point. That guy trying to throw a huge slide job, smashed the outside wall, flipped on its side. And Caution going to wave again. Fastest lap time. Once again, still going to be Corey Austin back there in 8th place. I don't know if he can catch a break or not, but he just needs some green flags to spread his wings.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is it's there's a lot of people that get upset about the fact that you have yellows, but it's part of racing. There's a lot of guys who go out here and they try to push. I think they try to push the car a little bit harder than they should, and it just ultimately is what it comes down to is you push too hard and that's what happens.
Looking at some of these paint jobs for the Midwest Racing League. Corey Austin, Mid-South Dirt Slingers. He's running the green and purple pink looking paint scheme with a monster on that wing. But Jesse, is there some SRG wraps in here?
I think just Logan.
Logan Williams back there 5th place. Moved up 9 spots, though. SRG. Midwest Racing League on the hood of those cars. Sketch racing graphics on that engine panel. Very cool. Wrap that is on a 360 sprint.
Donald was getting all excited tonight. He was really hoping to pull off a win. He just got moved into his new house. First thing he said he set up was his iRacing where he got it all set up, and he said he was looking for a win tonight with his first race to his new house. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, not looking the best right now, but you never know. You just never know until it's over.
Here we go. Stacked up, packed up, 10 lap shootout. Cole gets a good jump. Hunter Parson back to 2nd place. He goes, and Daniel Boyd is all over there. Both of these guys down into turn 3. And man, I really don't know which one's the fastest line, if it's the high side or the bottom side as this track is getting worked in. Look for a slide job from Parson. Maybe he's dedicated down to the bottom side, but yellow flag waves once again as these guys get those engines revved up. They're going to have to rev them right back down. And Caution is going to wave. I really like to see this thing go completely green, to see these top three guys battle it out.
It should go to single file now because we're under 10, so.
Unofficially, a hard charger is Jack Weaver with the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, number 34. Looking at that paint scheme. Black and green, neon green.
I like the black and green. That's cool looking.
So the other thing too now is that we always do is inside 10 to go, we'll always go single file. Just try to, we like to finish under green. Nobody likes to finish a race under yellow. So inside of 10, we'll always run it single file. I mean, there's times where we'll forget, and there's always at least one guy that'll remind us to make sure we're going single.
Single file restart. This is going to be different. Track has completely changed. As these guys get ready to rock and roll, we'll go one more lap around. But Jesse, man, this track is completely burnt in now. Usually whenever you race, dude, where's your go-to line here at the dirt track of Charlotte?
I'm not real good at running up top, so I'm usually once the bottom wears out, I'll be like mid-track if but you don't never see me up front that much either, so.
Usually the mid-pack guy?
Yeah, I'm more of a mid-pack guy. Get lucky sometimes, but
Pace truck is in. Single file restart, like Damien said. Inside 10 laps, we got a handful of laps to go. Green, a flag run, stay on board with Hunter Parson as he tries to run down Cole. The 101, he gets a good jump off of turn 2 as these guys thundered down the backstretch. Daniel Boyd did not get the best of restarts, but Parson trying to look to the inside of Cole, and the yellow flag's going to wave as this battle heats up. But man, Hunter Parson looking very strong down there on the bottom side, and Cole Hendrickson went down there for the first time of the night, it seemed like, and man, he was not getting the best of apexes in those corners. So that's going to be interesting to see it with the shootout of two laps to go.
Oh yeah, Parsons is definitely going to be there.
Brennan Weeks, way back there, had an early crash. Jalen Fairchild is out of this race as well. Matthew Hobbs back there in 13th place, as everyone has to slowly check up for that pace truck. Logan Williams back there in 12th. Hunter Parson, 11th. Gunnar Ellison, 10th place. Tyler Schaefer was running a very good race. Got into some early troubles. He's lost 6 spots in this Mac Daddy show. Gunnar Ellison is exactly where he is, where he started the race. Donald Cook back there in 8th. Bryson, Jack, and Allen, that's 7th, 6th, and 5th. Corey Austin, 4th. Daniel Boyd rounding out the top 3 in that last podium spot. And the 2 guys, actually the top 3 have been putting on one heck of a show, but right there, it was Hunter Parson and Cole.
Yeah, Hunter and Cole, it'll come down to the last corner to see who wins, unless one of them gets a good start and runs away. But otherwise, them two, I mean, everywhere I see them run, they're, it's always one of them's in first, other one's in second, or second and third. But it's just never seems like there's much of a gap between them in a race.
A little bit of a gap between first and second place. But Cole gets a lot bit of a restart right there. Well, but he wins right back down to the bottom to try to take Hunter Parsons' line away. Daniel Boyd, hard charge down there into turn 1, and we got Beating and Banging back there in 4th place as a white flag is going to wave in the top 2. Or nose and tail digging on the bottom. Hunter Parson trying to stick his nose down to the inside. Back there in 3rd place is still going to be Daniel Boyd, though a little bit too far out. Parson, they make contact, the leaders. Daniel up there on the high side. Going to zip right around him. Checkered flag is going to wave, and Daniel Boyd is going to steal this victory here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And chaos ensues after the checkered flag. Cole, 2nd place, and Parson is going to finish there in 3rd.
Yeah, talk about a finish there, huh? 2 teammates wreck and get past in the last little bit there.
No, I was going to say, don't count Daniel Boyd out. He was there the entire race.
He was, man. He did not care about the bottom line, and you seen Parson. He was trying to stick his nose right into the bottom side as chaos is still ensuing. But man, what a race by Daniel Boyd. We'll try to watch that replay really quick as the checkered flag waves. And here we go. Bottom side. TV number 1, Daniel Boyd up on the high side, and here's a contact right there. Parson was just trying to stick that nose right into the inside of him, give him a little bit of a jab to push him up, but spun him out. But Damien, you were saying that these 2 guys are teammates.
Yeah, they both run with the 101 designs. Actually, it's Poston does as well. So it's Cole, Hunter Parsons, Hunter Poston. I think there's a couple other ones in here. But
Tyler Schaefer, I believe, runs with him, don't he?
I guess I'm not 100% sure who all it is. But like I said, I knew these 2 would make it interesting at the end. Like I said, neither of them likes to lose to the other one, and ultimately it came down to that. They got into each other, and unfortunately, neither of them took home the win tonight. But still can't complain about podium finishes in anything you're racing. So it's I'm sure they're happy to be up on the podium.
Trying to wait for these guys to join the Discord page. If they jump on to Discord real quick, we'll grab a quick interview with the top 3. But man, what a race this was. Jesse Hook, what's your take on the dirt track at Charlotte?
It was could have been a little bit cleaner racing, I'd say, but for the most part, it was pretty good. I knew Parsons was going to be up there at the end, and if I had to say, I'd say I don't know. Maybe Damien could agree or disagree. I'd say Parsons probably one of the best inside line racer I've ever seen on here. Well, in our league, anyways.
Yeah, Parsons. There's he definitely is. I mean, there's some tracks where he's as far inside as you can get. I mean, and for some reason, or I don't know how, but it seems like he can always have enough traction to pull out with a decent amount of speed too. So.
As I pull the results up for the Midwest Racing League, the 360s. 3rd place finisher. Nope, that's the warm-up results. The 3rd place finisher is going to be Hunter Parson. And Hunter, man, you led a good portion of this race. And man, it looks like you just had one bad restart and fell back to 3rd place.
Yeah, I hated to see that caution. Yeah, it was definitely a fun finish at the end. For sure, it was a good, challenging night.
So,
I'm not a real big fan of the sprint cars, but we go out and have fun anyway.
Absolutely, man. Hey, so bottom side looked like it was dialed in for you late part of that race. You was one of the restarts. You went down to the bottom, and Cole was still up on the high side, caution wave, but then Cole was trying to take your line away, just trying to stick your nose in there. But you guys are teammates.
Yeah, we run together a lot, and hate to say it, but that kid he was just a mirror driver. I don't know what to tell you. We run together all the time, and it's always fun, and we're always pretty close. But I mean, he's too scared to run the bottom. He's just rather hit the wall, so he wanted to mirror drive me.
And I'm just gonna say too, it always, you take it however you want to, but always kind of enjoyable to see two teammates wreck each other at the end and get passed by somebody else. That's something that I think we all get a little enjoyment out of.
Hell, I would wreck Cole for 15th.
Man, third place finish. Top three, last for the podium spot, man. So we'll see you Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, for the late models.
Of course you will.
Absolutely, man. Cool. Hey, you got friends, family, sponsors, anything, or anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, first of all, Cole, glad he couldn't win if I couldn't, so I'm glad I could get him back to second. And everyone at Ryko Motorsports and everyone in the 101 Discord.
Very cool, man. I'll talk to you Tuesday night.
Yep.
Hunter Parson back there in third spot. Man, kind of a different tone between teammates. He says if he's glad that he didn't win, so he's glad that his teammate did not win.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, they race together all the time. They do a lot of it just for fun. And I think Cole is actually the team owner, so I may be wrong on that, but so I'm sure it'd be fun to wreck the owner of the team if you have to every once in a while.
The man that finished in second place, second spot on the podium, ran very strong race, led a good portion of this race as well. Cole Hendrickson, how's it going, man?
Oh, not great. Not great. Not feeling good after that.
Man,
That
you
was-
was...
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's mad because I called his sister hot or if I killed him in electrical. I don't know what he's mad about, but that was just got robbed.
Man, you went down to the bottom side after one of those cautions, and man, you was definitely taking his line away. He was just trying to stick his nose right in there, but man, coming off a 4, you guys made contact and wrecked and gave up the win there.
Yeah, I know they say rubbing's racing, but I was a little bit more than a rub. But sometimes that's the way she goes, and I don't really know what to say. It's just unfortunate that some people got to drive that way.
Hey,
So-
you,
They're gonna put him on
still
suspension for
beat
next
him.
week.
Yeah, I'd say he definitely deserves a ban. But in the wise words of the Trailer Park Boys, sometimes she goes and sometimes she doesn't go, but sometimes that's how it goes. So, you know, but no, for real, it was fun. Yeah, we're all doing this for fun. So, yeah, it wasn't anything too bad to be mad about. So, we're all just doing this for fun. So.
Well, very cool, man. Very cool. So, you got any friends, family, sponsors that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I just got to thank all the guys in the one